said, Blessed RN here to help you with your heparin drips, heparin problems, all things heparin. Let's go. All right, so the problem has a client that weighs 70 kilograms. The heparin order, it comes as a 25,000 unit bag and 1,000 milliliters of normal saline. We've got an order for a bolus for 90 units per kilogram and an order for a drip at 20 units per kilogram per hour. So let's do the bolus first. All right, let's look at what we need. So I just want to mention that bolus is going to be a large amount of fluid that is given at one time. It's not going to be a drip or an infusion that's going to be given in an IV pump. It's just one-time administration. So let's figure out how many units we need. 90 units times 70 kilograms, because this is what the order calls for. 6,300 units is what we get. All right, so now let's look back at the drug. It's going to be 25,000 units in a 1,000 ml bag. So it's going to be 25,000 over 1,000. And you're going to set this up as a ratio. And you put your units to units and your milliliters to milliliters. You can even flip this, but as long as your units are matching, then it's going to equal out the same. So you set it up. And then you're going to cross multiply. So you got your 25,000x and then your 6,300 times 1,000. And when you have a lot of zeros like this, I always just count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can't mess it up. Now, you can also put this in a calculator. But the less steps that you take, the less mistakes that you make. All right. So let's do some simple math here. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Cancel out that 25,000 so you can get X by itself. And then what do we get? 252 milliliters of the bolus. So that's what we're going to give them for that part. Now let's see what we're going to set this IV at. All right. So we got the 70 kgs. You got your drip. That's going to be 70 units per kilogram an hour. And then we still have the same drug. And so we're going to see how many units that we need to give them per hour. So this is going to be 20 units. And because they weigh 70 kilograms, you times it by 70. And so they call for 1,400 units every hour. So in that whole bag, you got 25,000 units, but we can't give them the whole 25,000 at one time. We need 1,400 units. So therefore, we're going to set it up as a ratio again, like we did for the bolus. So you put how many units you have in your bag. All right. And then we're looking for 1,400 units. And then we don't know how many milliliters that is. So units to units, milliliters to milliliters, but we don't know on the right side. So it's X. And then we set it up. We cross multiply. And then we got all these zeros again. We got to count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. What you do to one side, you do to the other. You're going to isolate your X. And then how many milliliters per hour are we going to get? You just did a heparin problem. If this helped you, let me know down below. I would appreciate a like and a follow. And if you want me to do any more practice questions, just let me know. Be blessed.